Hello friends, how are you? I hope all of you are very good. So today we are going to explain and talk about production function. So what is production function? So production function may be defined as a kind of relationship between input and output. And what you mean by various concepts of production, that is total production, average production and marginal production. So let me explain all these things. Total production is the total amount of production that is produced by using various kind of factors of production. Then we can write it as total production is equal to average production multiplied by total quantity of factors. Similarly, what is average production? Average production can also be defined as in the form of equation. Average production is equal to total production divided by the quantity of labor or quantity of variable factors. Similarly, what do you mean by marginal production? So marginal production may be defined as the additional amount of total production, or we can say increase in total production as a result of increase in the variable factors of production. For example, suppose an additional unit of labor or variable factor of production is employed or engaged in the production process, then there may be or there must be some increase in total production. There may be increase or there may be decrease also. So that depends on which condition or in which condition we are producing the things. So this is addition in total production as a result of addition or use of additional unit of variable factor of production or labor. So now question comes that what do you mean by fixed factor and variable factor? How would you define these two categories of factors of production? So the constant or the fixed factor of production may be defined as the factors which cannot be changed, or the quantity of which cannot be changed in short run. Variable factors of production are those factors of production that can be changed, or the quantity of which can be altered in short run. So now question comes that what do you mean by short run or long run? So similarly, we can define short run as a time period in which at least one factor of production is fixed, and similarly we can also define long run as a time period in which no factor of production is fixed or all the factors of production can be changed. So these two definitions are actually interlinked. That is law of variable proportions. So what is that law? That if we increase the variable factor in a production process, then the total production would also change. So what kind of change it would be? So what are the causes of that change, or what are the assumptions of this law? We can do all these things. So first of all, I would say that in this law we may explain three conditions. First is increasing returns to a factor, the second is constant returns to a factor, and the third is decreasing returns to a factor. Various assumptions which this law is based on. So first assumption of this law is that the factors of production are of two types. One, some of the factors are constant and some of the factors are variable. This is first assumption of this law. The second, all the factors of production, especially the variable factors of production, all the units of variable factor of production are homogeneous, meaning thereby their efficiency is equal. The next assumption of this law is that the technique of production remains constant. And the fourth assumption of this law is that that we can change the ratio of factors of production, meaning thereby that both types of factors of production can be used in different ratios, or ratio of factors of production may be changed. So these are some of the assumptions on which this law is based. Causes of application of this law may be: first is indivisibility of factors. As we know that there are some fixed factors like machinery, building, etc., that are used in a large unit. Or in other words, if we want to produce something in a small quantity, then also we'll have to use the big machinery or the big building. So this problem is called indivisibility of factor. The second thing that is responsible for the application of this law is the factor ratio. That we have already assumed that the factors of production can be used in different ratios. So this is another reason that when we use factors in different ratios, the productivity and the production changes in different situations or different stages. The increment in total production differs, and that is due to change in the factor ratio. The third point of its application is that factors of productions are not perfectly substitutes, or we can say we cannot substitute a factor for another factor perfectly. We can see in first situation that as we increase the quantity of labor or any variable factor, keeping the capital or the fixed factor of production constant, we can see that that the amount or the proportion at which we are increasing the variable factor, the production is also increasing, but at a faster rate. So this situation or this condition, which is first condition, in that situation output increases at a faster rate. There may be a better use of fixed or constant factors of production like machinery, building, etc., and that is why the production is increasing at a faster rate or at a higher rate. The second situation is that situation in which as we increase the quantity of variable factor, the total production also increases. Cause of this second situation may be because in this stage or this situation there may be optimum or the full utilization of constant factors of production like machinery or building, etc., and that is why the total production has reached at a level where it has become maximum. So now there may be third stage also, or the third situation of this law, in which the total production starts declining. That after a certain level of production, if we again increase the quantity of variable factor of production, then there may be a situation of mismanagement or a bad use of fixed capital, fixed factors of production. So that is why there may be certain expenditure the firm has to bear, like increased maintenance cost. So these may be the reasons of this law in third situation. So in this video we have done what is the meaning of production function, types of types and concepts of production, that is total production, average production, and marginal production. We have also explained in this video the law of variable proportions, its assumptions, its three conditions or stages, and the causes of the application of this law. I hope this video is useful to you. I thank you for watching this video. Thank you.